Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel, TammyTalks here. Let's go ahead and talk Growing Up Hip Hop Season 6, Episode 24 on Demon Time. Alright, if you're brand new to my channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video if you enjoyed tonight's content. Hop into the comment section. Let's talk about this, lackluster episode. So I'll just say this, we are definitely seeing a shift on the show. We're getting more away from the Simmons kids, their drama, anything that's really going on in their life, and we're introducing a lot of new characters. I don't know if it's working. I don't know if it's working. I feel like we're getting away from the core characters, and there's too much focus on Sequoia and Savannah, to be honest. Just because it's a bunch of drama. What does Savannah add to the show? Why is Savannah on the show still? I am really surprised that they even have her still on the show, considering the way that she's beefing with people. Let's talk about it, y'all. So it starts off with all the guys, they're out riding ATVs. So we see the typical, we see Eric, JoJo, Boogie makes an appearance. I don't even know if Boogie's on the show this season, but Boogie is there, Sean is there, Tyrann is there, Twist is there, and then we meet YDB, who is ODB's son. So they're talking about Sean and getting married, and Sean is like, it kind of feels like we're married. You know, we've lived together through the Panasonic. We have had a child together. So, we're kind of living as a married couple. And JoJo and Eric are both like, no, it's different once you put that ring on. Once that type of stuff happens and that changes, it changes the dynamic. So don't get it twisted. Eric keeps saying how hard marriage is. Eric is like, it's hard. It gets harder. It gets harder. And JoJo was like, no, it's just different. So JoJo was like, don't try to scare him off. It's just a little different. So then Eric is saying how Eric asked if who was paying for the wedding, and Sean said that, he's paying for it. He asked if Sean's dad was paying for it, and Sean was like, nah, even though I come from money, this is all on me. And then JoJo was like, tell me about it. JoJo said his wedding cost $80,000, and Eric mentions how, yeah, people probably think that Rev is the one that paid for it. You know what I mean? And JoJo was like, nah, my dad didn't pay a cent. Twist mentions that he's going to DJ for the wedding. I don't know if that's just been a running joke or if that's legit or, how that's going to work. And then Eric asks Tyrann if Pep and Egypt are coming to the wedding. Well, they asked Sean. Sean was like, you need to ask him. This is his family. Tyrann said he doesn't know. He said he honestly and truly does not know. Sean is able to smooth it over by being like, well, I don't know who's coming, but all of y'all are good. Now, we know that TT had her wedding already. I don't think any of those people were there. It seemed like it was a true family affair, not to be misconstrued with it being for the show. We switch over to Sequoia. Sequoia is at home talking to her mom, who is Tiny. Tiny said that she is a true West Coast Dundada, that I guess she used to be an artist, but now she does artist development and artist management. So I'm like, all right. Tiny is upset about the Savannah situation. She is really good friends with Stevie. And she kind of feels like when the kids are arguing, it messes up the relationship with the parents. And I disagree about that, because these aren't kids anymore. You know what I mean? They're not 10, 12, 11 years old where, when the parents want to get together, the kids all have to go play in the basement or go, play in another room. These are adults. These are grown women, whether or not they act like it. These are adults. So if Savannah and Sequoia don't get along, that should not affect your relationship with Stevie. Unless the parents are on some, well, yo child. But if y'all both are understanding and have come to an agreement that, yeah, whatever's happening with the kids should not be happening, then it should be fine. I feel like Tiny was going way too hard. Devin's annoying ass comes over, and they're talking, and Sequoia said that Savannah is very disrespectful, which she is. We have seen Savannah be disrespectful on Love and Hip Hop. We saw her be disrespectful when Stevie has his show, and we have seen her be disrespectful on here. It's not cute at 23. It's not. Savannah, like, what do you have even going for yourself? What happened to that PPP loan that you had that you were using to go out and buy all that designer shit that you really couldn't afford and didn't need? How are you still paying for that expensive ass apartment that she got? Like, come on. What is Savannah's purpose on the show? That's all I want to know, because all she does is bring drama to it. At least everybody else has some type of business that we're seeing. And by business, I'm not saying like, when I say business, I'm not saying like they own a business, just like they're doing something constructive with their time, right? So Tiny said that the disrespect is unacceptable, and she wants the two of them to get together. She says she knows Savannah. She has a relationship with Savannah. She knows Stevie. She has a relationship with Stevie. Sequoia is telling her mom to let it go. She said, because did Savannah call you and apologize for putting hands on me? No. So she don't care about your relationship in the way that you are caring about your relationship right now. And I said, okay, so, Sequoia, a word. I mean, Savannah wasn't thinking about her relationship with Tiny when she chose to put hands on her daughter. That's just what it comes down to. Sequoia said that Savannah knows what she did. She knows it was wrong. She does not care, which she doesn't. Sequoia said that if she sees her again, she is going to react to how she is reacting. So if some shit pop off, then some shit pops off. So then we have a scene with Eric, YDB, and JoJo. They're all out shopping. Looks like they're in like some type of kids clothing store. They start talking about how many kids they have. YDB has 7, just like his father has 7. They said that they asked JoJo, Reverend has 6. And I was like, 6? And I was with JoJo, Vanessa, Angela, Diggy, Russie. And I completely forgot about Miley. Remember that the little girl? Siri, no. Stop, Siri.
Sorry, that was taking too long.
So I completely forgot about Miley. Remember that little girl that they adopted? So JoJo said that he has 2, and he talked about how he didn't see his parents married. You know what I mean? He never got to see his parents love on each other. Because we all know that Justine is Rev's second wife. So his wife, his first wife was Angela, Vanessa, and JoJo's mother. JoJo said that he was 3 when they got divorced. So, but I didn't like how he kind of played Justine to the side. So, but I get what he was saying. He didn't see his actual parents show love. I guess they did kind of go back and forth between houses. So he said for him, like, it was kind of stressful, so that when him and Denise get into it, he thinks about that because he doesn't want the same thing for his kids. Lil Easy said that Eazy-E had 11 kids. I just think that's so irresponsible. I know people say that it's cool as long as you can afford them, but when you have kids that are spread out all over like this, it's like you're not being the best parent to them. I feel the same way about Nick Cannon. Yeah, Nick Cannon can afford to have all these kids that he's having, but he's not giving these kids his time and his presence. And that's what's really important. So YDB said his siblings are fighting over royalties right now from his dad's, I guess his dad's music and production and stuff like that. And Easy mentions how his siblings have been, kind of going back and forth about the stuff with the Eazy-E documentary that's supposed to be coming out. So Tyrann goes to see his mom, goes to see Pep while he's in town. She's excited to see him. And I'm like, really? Because I'm not even going to go there. So they're talking about how she's getting ready to go back on tour. So Salt and Pepper are on this tour with In Vogue, New Kids on the Block, and one other person. So Tyrann is excited about that. He said he's been waiting on that tour. He then says in his confessional, growing up with 2 parents that were in the industry, because, he recognizes, treasures his father and vice versa. He said that he thought his parents were like superheroes, but it also got lonely because they were never around. So then Pep asks about TT. And I'm like, since when do you care about how Tahira's doing? Call her and ask her. So she asked Tyrann if he is going to the wedding. He's like, yeah, of course he's in it. She asks if he's the ring boy. I said, ring bearer. Okay. So he then tells her the wedding is in Florida. And Pep was like, Florida? Can't be in Jamaica because of the pandemic. So Pep is like, I thought it would be in New York. And then she was like, but I guess nobody would come. And I'm like, let's not be shady. And you can tell that Pep was trying to be shady about it. But then she like cleans it up. And it's like, because her mother can't travel. She's older. She's scared of catching the virus. So that's why they like TT took the wedding to her grandmother, basically. So Pep said in the confessional that she knows deep down that Sahira wants her to come. I said, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case at all. Nonetheless, she thinks that deep down TT wants her to be there. I said, no, deep down you want to be invited. So Pep also says that, because Tyrann asks, have you talked to her? Have you reached out? Pep says she did her part. She is the aunt. She is the elder. So TT should be coming to her. And I kind of disagree. I feel like that particular generation, I don't think Pep is considered a baby boomer. She's not. But Pep's generation and then the baby boomers, they have this notion that they feel that because they are an elder, that our generation and below is supposed to just fall at their feet. And I don't believe that. You were more so at fault than TT was in this entire falling out. So Pep is like, because at the end of the day, we're family. Oh, so now y'all are family. You weren't family when you were calling your sister to come and throw salt on TT's relationship. Where was the family when you took Sam's side and said that TT was low-key coming on to him? Where was the family aspect when y'all were ganging up on TT? Stop it, Pep. Just that man, and I think what's happening with a lot of these reality shows is people are seeing how they looked. They're reading the comments. They're going back and seeing that maybe I did act a complete and utter fucking fool. People are like, come on, Pep. Come on, sis. So she basically kind of tells Tyrann that, if TT is open to reaching out to her, then she's willing to talk to her. And I think that's a big problem that people have in general, where no one ever wants to be the bigger person. There are so many people, and I feel like it's always the person that knows that they were the most wrong in it. They never want to be the bigger person. I can't stand people that feel like I'm never going to be the bigger person. People should come and, see about me and all the other kind of stuff. That's whack. That's super whack. So then we have Devin, Eric, and Sequoia. Sequoia is in the studio with Devin. She's working on a new project. Eric comes in. They talk about his sister, Erica. She just had a baby, and he mentions how his sisters are working on this Eazy-E documentary. We know about the documentary because it's supposed to be like trying to unearth some conspiracy theories that Eazy was really killed or something like that. He didn't really die how they said he died. Eric said that he thinks it's disrespectful to do that, which I think it is too. But Eric said he feels it's disrespectful to do that, so that's why he's not involved in it. He's more of a person that if he's going to celebrate his father, it's going to be through music. It's going to be through arts and stuff like that. So he supports his sisters and what they want to do, but he doesn't necessarily agree with the documentary, and that's why he's not involved in it and not a part of it. So Lazy Bone shows up. I believe Lazy is Sequoia's like manager and mentor. Lazy says that he mentors Eric since Eazy-E used to mentor him, and he wants to kind of keep that sense of family going. Sequoia plays her little song, LA Baby. It's cute for what it is. Lazy said it feels like LA now has an anthem by a woman. I said anthem is a lot, but cool. They then talk about the Savannah situation, and basically Lazy is telling Sequoia, you need to squash this. This is not a good look. Y'all are our family at the end of the day, because all y'all parents are our family. There's no need for the negativity. Focus all that energy into your music and whatnot anyways. So Stevie and Lil Stevie meet up with Tiny and Sequoia, okay? So Stevie said that in their eyes, they are all family. He sees Tiny at least once a week. They're good friends. He said he's good friends with JoJo, has a relationship with him, and he just doesn't understand what happened. I can tell you what happened, Stevie. Your daughter talks too damn much. Your daughter talks too much, and then when she gets the facts presented to her, her only outlet is to turn around and fight, and that's not a way to live life. So Lil Stevie suggests let's all make some music together to try to, switch up the narrative and the vibe. Lil Stevie, that's a terrible idea. I don't even know why you would do that. I don't even know why you would suggest that. That is an awful idea. What music does Savannah do? Come on, Lil Stevie, you're acting like your daddy now. Acting like your daddy with the dumbass ideas. So Sequoia says she don't think that Savannah would be cool with that, and she's not going to do that. She thinks Savannah's out of control, and she says she's just not into that. Stevie and Tiny both say that Sequoia is hurt. Sequoia said, I'm not hurt. I'm upset because I was disrespected. She put her hands on me. And Stevie was like, what can we do to come to a resolution? I don't want this to be an ongoing thing. I want this to get resolved. What can we do? Stevie, you should have been raising that child and teaching her some boundaries, teaching her right from wrong, teaching her how to channel and control her temper and how to deal with her emotions as they come. You should have been teaching her some damn respect. It's a little too late to try to do anything now. So Sequoia said that she's willing to meet her halfway, but if she come in on some bullshit, it's gonna be some bullshit. So Tiny asked Lil Stevie, like, what happened? Like, did she tell you how she's feeling? He said he doesn't know anything because she really didn't even tell him the whole story. Why don't y'all just ask production to roll back the tape? That's all you gotta do. So Stevie said that he'll talk to her, and Sequoia said, good, you should. Talk to her before I see her, because I would hate for us to cross paths with the way I'm feeling right now. And I'm like, Sequoia is giving real big talk, but we'll see. So Tyrann and Sahira meet up. They get like smoothies or juices or something like that. And they're walking. They said it's been 4 or 5 months since they have seen each other. I said, so damn. So it's been 5 months since the last episode? Oh, okay. All righty. So they're talking about the wedding plans. TT said that she got quoted $150,000 for her wedding. Tyrann asked if her mother was going to help her pay for it. TT said, no, my mom will pay for everything else. A new house, school for Lathe, if we need a new car, but she's not going to waste money on a wedding. She half-ass believes in weddings. She feels like it's a waste of money. I think $150,000 is a waste of money for a wedding. Girl, you need to scale that back. Scale that back. Or just get married on screen so WeTV will pay for it. One of the two. So she also said she's getting married in 2 months. And Tyrann was like, oh, because see, he just told Pep November. So it must be sooner than November. Tyrann mentions that he talked to Pep the other day. Said that the wedding came up. And TT was like, don't get in the middle of it. Because she already know what Tyrann is about to do. And it's kind of like, Tyrann, I want you to let it go. Because Tyrann, I understand how you could feel conflicted and pulled side to side. But it really also shouldn't be that hard for you to just not talk about Sahira when you're with your mom and your sister. And for you to not talk about your mom and your sister when you're with Sahira. I don't think it would. TT, for damn sure, don't care to hear about them. So he tells TT, Pep looks sad when I talk to her about the wedding. And maybe you should reach out to her for some help. And I said, I know you're not saying for her to call Pep and ask her to help pay for that wedding, Tyrann. Come on now, Tyrann. You know better than this. You know better than this. Absolutely not. No. And TT looked with a disgust. So TT was like, look, not going to do it. I don't have the time for it. No, she hasn't reached out to me. So no. Tyrann is like, so if she reaches out, is the door open? TT said, look, I barely have time. Excuse me. I barely have time to talk to the family members that I actually like and want to talk to. Pep is not on my radar. Let it go. Leave it alone. So Tyrann is like, well, Lath can't see his his aunt. She said he has like 6 other aunts. He'll be fine. He will be fine. Tyrann feels that it has put a strain on the family. And I kind of feel like, Tyrann, you should have told your mom that when y'all let Sam come in between y'all family. You, like, this should have been nipped in the bud back like season 3, 2 or 3, when all of this started. You know what I mean? But like, to try to fix something now, too much damage has been done. Leave it alone at this point. Just leave it alone. So then the final scene is Stevie and Savannah. She's out shopping with that PPP loan money. And she mentions that she hasn't seen her dad in 4 or 5 months. And I'm like, okay, 4 or 5 months between all these episodes. Cool. So she's like talking to Stevie, like, what's up, bro, child? Like, and I'm like, is that your dad or your peer? You know, this is big Stevie. Not your brother, not little Stevie. This is your father. But, you know, the lack of respect. And that also comes from Stevie allowing her to talk to him like that all these years. So what can you do about it now? He wants to know if Savannah is willing to meet with Tiny. Savannah keeps ignoring him, and it's like, my life is doing great. She's in the changing room, and Stevie is like outside, like trying to talk to her because it's just a curtain. And he tells her that she needs to lighten up on people. And she was like, no. She said life is great where she resides. And I'm like, you just look so immature. You look so childish. You look like a fool, Savannah. Nothing about this is cute. Nothing about this is going to make people be like, oh, Savannah tight, y'all. Savannah got a cold-ass attitude. Like, you look stupid. You look completely stupid and immature. So Stevie tells her, I don't want you fighting. She said that she doesn't fight. Whatever happens, happens. So then Stevie said that he doesn't want any extra beef. We are our family because that's my family. That means that that's your family too. Savannah says she don't care about people that don't matter. And Sequoia doesn't matter. So then she tells Stevie, I'll punch you in the mouth like I did that girl. You just said you didn't hit her. You just said you didn't fight. Savannah's going to come across the wrong one. Savannah is going to come across the wrong one on the right day or the right one on the wrong day. Growing Up Hip Hop, I will catch you guys in the next one.